Morning, May 19th. May 19th, 2024. Can you guys believe it? I can't. Hi, everybody. Hi, Teresa. Hi, Jan. Just waiting for YouTube to catch up. It's coming. Here it comes. Hi, Karen. I got my coffee. Hi, Brenna. Boy, YouTube is so slow anymore. Hi, BJ. Here it comes. Here it comes. It's coming. There we go. Hi, Jadira. Hi, Jean. Hi, Katharina. Becky, Cindy, Heidi. Hi, everybody. Oh my gosh, this is fabulous. We got two from Germany. Heidi and Katarina. I love it. Hi, Diane. This is fantastic. We're going to give it just a minute for everybody to join. It's going to be a pretty quick sew. This is not a hard project, but hi, Scrappin', my friend. Hi, Anna. While we're waiting, I want to show you something. Hi, Gail. Hi, Kim. Hi, Maria. Western Cape in South Africa. Marie, not Maria. I love it. I love it. You know, Lisa, my knee, I am just a little bit past 3 months post-surgery, and I have no restrictions. I'm riding my bike. I'm bending really well. It's still a little stiff, and my ankle and my knee still swell a little bit, but that's going to be for another 6 months, my guess. I have a doctor's appointment on June 19th, so he said I should be more normal by then, so we'll see. 4 months. I don't know. I'm very pleased. Very pleased. I have no pain. Other than, you know, the swelling is not really painful, but it's just annoying. Extremely annoying. Hi, Barb. Hi, lady. It is more than normal. I know. I don't like it, though. I don't like it one iota. But that's okay. I'm getting through it, and I am blessed. So, you know, it is what it is. All right. I have a few things to show you guys. So, you know that if you don't know, there is a couple live videos out there for the Coosa Mountain Retreat, and we had the best time. And I met a gal named Anita. I don't know if she's joining this morning or not, but she made these, I can't remember the name of it. Somebody on here probably knows. Hi, Barbara. Barbara Ann. I love it. These little pouches. Look at this. It's like a fish. It's a Shambhala pattern. And she had one there, and I just went gaga. And another gal got it before I did, which is fine. But I went on her Etsy shop, and oh my gosh, I don't have her card here. I wish I did. I think, Jan, if you're on, you could link Anita's Etsy shop. But I went ahead and bought one from her. They're not very expensive, and she ships immediately. Look at this. It's a little fish. Oh, here's her card. I found it. Sewing Sailor. I knew I left it in there for a reason. The Sewing Sailor. It's an Etsy shop. Handcrafted fabric items sewn with love. Sewing Sailor on Etsy. It's very cute. I knew I left it in there so I could remember. But look at this little guy. He's big. He's tall and big. It fits pencils. I am going to make some of these. I did go ahead and get the pattern from Shambhala. I am going to make some for I have plenty of friends that are school teachers and my nieces. So I'm going to make some for them. Their kids will love them. So that's one thing I wanted to show you. So thank you, Anita. I love it. I love it. what's it called? What's the pattern called? Does anybody? The Batola fish pouch pattern. Thank you, BJ. Yeah. I mean, I think the pattern was $8. It's not particularly expensive. And I think it's a fairly quick sew. I am going to do a tutorial on it. So, with the book Rainbow Fish, Brenna, I'm going to have to look at that. Yeah, cute. And then I have 2 videos coming, oops, for the Oxbow tote. So again, I went to the Coosa Mountain Retreat. I left before Kasaya made this bag with the group, the Oxbow tote. So this was the kit that we made at the retreat. She graciously gave me a kit, and I brought it home and I made it. And I did a video. I love it. So look at the inside. 2 huge slip pockets and a huge zipper pocket. Huge. So this was part of the kit that Kasaya did with the group at Coosa Mountain Retreat. This is all from Wonderground Fabrics. This is waterproof canvas. And the inside is also waterproof. So it's all waterproof canvas. Isn't it cute? And 1 huge big slip pocket. I love it. Then I get home from the Coosa Mountain Retreat, and the bag bead making box was also an Oxbow tote. So I had 2 kits to make, and that's absolutely fine. So I made this one yesterday. It's also a video tutorial. I thought, oh, you know what? I'm making these. I might as well do them as videos. People can watch or not. It doesn't matter to me. I mean, of course, I want you to watch. Yes, I do. Hi, Jane. Hi, Paula. If I forgot, Janine, Betty, Lynette. Hi, everybody. So this is the bag bee making box that came for May. This is all Luxe nylon. So you can see they're Monarch moss. So here's the tag that came with the box. And then there was enough to do 2 pockets. So I did a pocket on each side, which I love, love, love. You know, they give you all the hardware and everything. And so on the inside is a Luxe nylon. It's not bonded, but I put a zipper pocket on the inside, and then I did a slip pocket on the other side. I love this bag. This is the regular size Oxbow. I can't imagine what the overnight is. I think Kasai has made the overnight. I don't know if she did it on a video or not, but this is a big bag. So will I make the overnight? I don't know. I don't know. So there's those 2 bags. I love them. They will actually be for sale on my website. They're very cute. You know, Tony said to me, now, that's a big bag. What are you going to put in it? I said, oh my, I have lots of things to put in it. You're planning to make the overnight, Jan. It is perfect. It is going to, now I haven't made it, but if it's even half again as big as the regular one, it's a perfect overnight bag, just like it's called. It's the exact same way you make it. It's just massive. So. You should, Jean. You should make it. Striped webbing, yeah. Kasaya is into striped webbing. It's so funny. I love it. I love it. Hi, Terry. Hi, Wendy. Hi, everyone. Okay, so what we're going to do today is, when I went to the retreat, I took my laptop, and I realized that the laptop bag that I have is heavy. It's a gorgeous bag, but I made it out of Kaya faux suede, and I forget what's on the inside, but it's fairly heavy. And you know, laptops are heavy in and of themselves. So I thought, you know, let's make a little lighter weight bag for me. Yes, and I'm going to use my own zipper tape. I used my own zipper tape on this black one too, by the way. What they sent in the box wasn't long enough, and so I used my own black matte zipper tape. It's beautiful, and I use my own zipper end. Love it. That zipper tape, I have 8 colors. It's beautiful. I'm using it again today. So here's the purple. This is my black matte zipper tape and one of my pulls. I know, I can't help myself. So, hi Valerie. You guys, this is so much fun. I still have my Oxbow tote kit yesterday. I saw the screws to my... Oh no, Kim. Oh no, how do you fix that? Do you have to order more or something? I'm sure you can get those parts, but you know, it takes a while. All right, so here's what we're gonna make. And I'm gonna give you the measurements because this is just something I came up with. It's, you know, whatever you wanna do. So here's what I suggest on, this is the outside piece, and I did put foam on the outside. I measured my laptop lengthwise and obviously the depth of it. On the length, I added 3 inches, and on the depth, I added 2.5 inches. So depending on your laptop, you can do those measurements, and it should be plenty big. You'll see when I get done, I'll go get my laptop and we can put it in and make sure everything works. So this is the outside. This is from Wonderground Fabric. This is waterproof canvas from Wonderground. So I have my It's a Beautiful Thing tag. I already put that on. And then here's the back, and I already put my black matte tag on. Both of those pieces have just foam, and I just did spray adhesive foam out of the seam allowances. And then this is going to be the lining. This is Theratex from Fabric Therapy in kind of a lavender. And so this is the lining. I am going to do one large, or probably I'll divide the pockets, but I'm going to do one pocket on the inside. One is one of each of those. I showed you my zipper tape. And then this is going to be my handles. This is called Jam. 1.5 inch webbing. And I am going to roll the handles. I forget where I got it. Jam 1.5 inch seatbelt webbing. I honestly can't, I'll have to look and see if I can find it. Hi, Kathleen. You made your Susu sling with it, Anna? Oh my gosh. I just, don't tell Tony. I just ordered some of this fabric in Luxe Bonded Nylon from Wonderground this morning. I was all out of my black Luxe Nylon Bonded, and I went on her website and she had some of this. I have to do it. Shh, don't talk. All right, so let's get started. I'm going to move you over because if I sew with this right here, every time I sew, the camera's going to shake. And that would not be fun for you guys. There we go. That wasn't too terribly. It's moving. Sorry. Okay. Barbara Ann, no worries. It'll be available for you to watch later. No worries. Go get those nails done. That's an important appointment. I completely understand. All right, so I'm going to do my zipper tape. I'm using Wizardry Stitchery thread. I think it's Tex 45 or something close to that, but it's kind of a mix of dark purple and lavender. So I'm going to do, I already have my zipper pull on. I'm going to do my butler method, or whatever we call it these days. Hi, Julie. Hey, well, everybody's here. Julie reminded me. some of my admins met yesterday. Ooh, scary when I use a straight pen. And we planned out the event for sewing live together. Ooh, I don't like that. And it's going to be June 22nd. So if you're not part of my Facebook group, you should join because that's where all the announcements are going to be. June 22nd at 10 a.m., which is a Saturday. To butter method your zipper. Don't forget to butter method. June 22nd at 10 a.m. to 1 a.m. There's a poll out there for what we're going to do. Hi, Anita. You missed it. I talked about the fish thing. You'll have to go back and look if you didn't see it. And there's a poll out there. So far, the Louis waist pack is winning. And I made a mistake on the poll, and I said it was a Rosa pattern. It's not. It's an Uh-Oh Creations pattern. I should know that because it's one of my favorite patterns. I don't know what I was thinking, but I do. And so far that pattern is winning. So we'll see. I'm going to leave it up for a few more days. Put that straight pin away because I already got myself crazy. But the details of the event are we're going to sew a pattern together. You'll be responsible for buying the pattern and having it all cut out, ready to go with your choice of fabric. And I did already have a question. Is it domestic friendly? If we do the Louis, thank you, Brenna. If we do the Louis waist pack or the storage caddy, which are the two top ones right now, both of those are domestic friendly. But just like anything, it's, hi Valerie, it's dependent on the fabrics you choose. But the Louis is domestic friendly. Again, you need to choose lightweight fabrics. Okay, so we got our zipper, the butter method, the butter. There it is. I am going to just close this off so it doesn't open up on me. But I just want to show you something. Look at these zippers. How smooth they are. This black matte zipper tape. I'm already getting low, and so I'm probably going to have to order. Jess, So Many Creations virtual retreat is June 21st through the 23rd. Oh dear, I did not know that. What do you guys think about that? Is that going to be an issue? Teresa, that's funny. I know. I'm sorry about that. What do you guys think about that? I mean, I don't want to impinge on anybody else's, and I did not look. I should have. Is anybody else going to that already? Hi, Holly. You would change the date? Oh, gosh. Well, let's think about that. Yeah, I don't want to overstep on Jessica's at So Many Creations weekend. Okay. Well, we'll think about that. All right. So, I'm going to do my handles. And I'm going to roll them. So this is very much like the Oxbow tote. So the handles that I made are 30 inches long. If you're keeping track of measurements. So these are 30 inches long, and I am doing them, let's see, I need to, I'm going to measure up, I'm kind of doing this by the seat of my pants here. I'm going to measure up 7 inches on each side. Let me see what that does here. I think I'll go up 8 inches on each side. The Sunday ends at 2 p.m. But yeah, I don't want to do it on the same weekend. That would be, if somebody attends that, then that would be too much for somebody. It would be for me, I think. All right, so let's roll these handles. So I just measured up 8 inches from each end, and we're going to fold the handle. It's not really rolled, but we're folding those in. You know, it's hard to get dates and make sure you're not overstepping anybody, because there's a lot of us out there now. What time does her Saturday start? Socation is on June 20th through the 24th. Well, I don't even know what that is. Oh my gosh, guys. Maybe we better change the date. In Vegas. Who puts on Socation? I don't even know. Saturday is 10 to 8. Oh, okay. Well, we'll think about it. So, Valerie, I'm making a laptop case for myself. And I gave out the measurements, and I'll say them again. It's not a big deal. Measure your laptop and make the front and back and interior 3 inches longer or wider, 3 inches wider, and 2.5 inches taller than your laptop. Hi, Patty. And then these handles I made 30 inches. And then I measured in 8 inches from each side to roll my handle. It's not really rolled, but you know what I mean. Huh. Well, we're going to have to think about changing the date. What about the 29th? Saturday the 29th. What does that do for everybody? We wanted to do it on a Saturday. We could do it on a Sunday morning, I suppose. All right, so now I'm just going to sew down the raw edge between my marks. I can get it in there at 1/8 of an inch. And just backstitch pretty good. June 29th, the 30th is a Sunday. So what do you guys think? June 29th or 30th? What works for everybody? If you want to join. It's a free event. I didn't say that yet. It's a free event. Jan has graciously allowed us to use her Zoom. I am going to record it on YouTube, but only me, so I don't have to, worry about getting permission from anybody to be. Tracy, you're free on the 29th of June. Okay. Let me think on it, but that's good information, guys. I appreciate the feedback. This is just one good thing. We need to go look. I need to go look before I plan something. Okay, so there's our two handles. Now I made these long because I'm gonna fold the this on itself so there's no raw edge for me. I'll show you here in a second. Okay, let me get my marks off of here. I don't. That's a very good question, Marie. I usually don't put a rope. You could, but I usually don't. I have some I could use, like, what do you call it? Cording. But I usually don't. I do for piping, but for these I don't. You can, and it would probably look a little better, to be quite honest. Hi, Christy. Betty, the June 29th is the first day of July 4th week if anyone is vacationing. Okay. All right, so those are our two handles. I'm going to do the pocket next. I'm thinking as we're talking, I'm tempted to leave it alone, but I'm going to see. DJ, Jan, and Brenna, and Teresa, we're going to have to reconnect on this and see what to do. I'm just going to say it out loud again. I know I've said it before, and I don't think I can say it enough. I have the best admins ever. Teresa, Jan, BJ, Brenna. Fantastic people. All right, so this pocket piece is the same width that I made my outside and lining pieces, and then I made it 8 inches tall. Nope, Lisa, there's no pattern. I'm giving you the information as I go. This is just something I came up with. It's free information. The measurements and how to do it will be in the description as well. So I'm going to use a 1/4 inch seam allowance. These are just right sides together. And I'm just sewing the top and the bottom long edges. Hi, Gypsy woman. Julie, you're available the 29th and 30th? Yeah. Oh dear, let me turn my iron on. Hold on. My admins work for love. And you are loved, you guys. I'm telling you. Don't worry. There'll be a time when I do something very special for you guys. I just got to think on it and make it good. All right, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to iron it with a lip here. I'm not going to add like an accent piece. I'm just going to put a lip here. I'm going to turn and iron it, so entertain yourselves for just a moment. My iron takes a hot minute to get hot. Okay. So that's what I mean. There's a little lip here. Thank you, Valerie. All right, so I'm gonna just sew in the ditch here just to keep my top together. If I was on my domestic, I would do a zigzag here. And then I am going to divide this. Let's think about this. I'm going to divide it. Oh, Julie. Julie, that is awful. I feel you. We said goodbye to Kindle last year. It's a awful. It is heartbreaking. If I think about it too much, even today, a year more later, I'll get tearful. I think I'm gonna make that one a little bit bigger. They're family, you know. It's bad. I'm gonna make the middle one a pen pocket for multiple pens. So this one, just so you know, I made, let's see. This one I made 6 inches on this side. The middle one for pens I made 3 inches. And then this one ends up being 8 inches. Let me turn it around so you can see. 6 inches, 3 inches, 8 inches. Let me grab one of my lining pieces. And I'm gonna center, I didn't do that. I thought I did. Julie, what was the name? What was your pet's name? And I'm just putting it up about 1.5 inches, maybe just 1.25 inches. And then I'll sew this on. You could put the pocket on the outside, the inside. You could put a zipper pocket, whatever works for you. Okay, let's just sew that on. Julie, I know you're crying right now, and I feel it. I do. So I'm going to go over to my first mark. And then I'm going to go up my one divider. And I'm going to come right back down. Dolly. 10 short years. Oh my gosh, we only had Kendall 10 years too. That's awful. We have her sister, so we've got Jackie, who's going on 11 and a half years. She's still going strong. Never long enough, you know. Never long enough. Dogs should last their lifetime, you know. Oops. Okay. So there is our inside. We have one big pocket, one pen pocket, and one smaller pocket. It's perfect. Perfect. Julie, I hear you. I feel you. I know exactly what you're going through. If we talk about it too much more, I'll probably start crying about Kendall, so. Oh, gosh. All right, so I'm going to put my handles on. I'm trying to decide, do I want to put my zipper tape on first? Where is my zipper? I think I will. It doesn't matter. I'm going to wait. All right, so what I'm going to do on my top here, let's measure over. Hi, Christine. Albania. Wow. Yeah, we have cloudy weather today in Florida. I think I'm going to go over 4 inches. Let's see what that does. Let's mark it and see. I am not making a, let me see what that does. Yeah, I like that. So 4 inches. Okay. I'm not making a shoulder strap. Julie, no apologies necessary. Please, don't. No, not necessary. So I'm going to fold this up because otherwise there's going to be raw edge there. I probably could have added like a piece of vinyl or something, but I don't have that ready to go. So I didn't do it. Let me see what I did here. That is that's 2 inches I folded up. So let me repeat that here. I'm kind of doing this as I go, so hang tight. I'm near Tampa, Diane. About 20 miles south of Tampa. Yeah, that's pretty even. Okay. Oh, and look what I did. I did it on 2 separate handles. You guys, sometimes I crack myself up. Let's do it again here on the same handle. That would probably be very useful. Okay, so here's what I'm thinking, guys. I'm gonna put it. Hi, Linda. I think that is perfect, actually. And what is that? Okay, I'm gonna put it 3 inches down. Let me get another ruler. It's all about the rulers, you know. And did I decide to put it on the inside? What did I decide? I don't want it in the zipper. That's what I'm struggling with. I don't want it as part of my zipper. I think it makes the zipper too thick there. I don't like that. All right, so I'm just going to put a piece of double-sided tape here. And then in this inside, so it stays put. Isn't this pretty? Waterproof canvas. I mean, waterproof canvas, but the webbing is gorgeous. Thank you, Linda. So I'm just putting my tape in the middle there. Although I'm going to do a box. I know, the dreaded box, guys. I'm doing it. You have to with this kind of a handle. We'll see how I do. It's just for me, so whatever it is, it'll be fine. Okay. I did it again, guys. I did it on 2 different handles. Okay. I think I need a sip of coffee. You know, Mary, either or. This is, it's not a pattern. It's just, I give I'm making it up as I go. That's exactly right, Jan. But I'll have all the measurements in the description. Because every laptop is going to be different. So I could do a pattern. I don't think it's necessary to make people pay for a pattern, though, for this, because it's so easy. Okay, I'm just doing all my prep. Might as well do them all. Tony, Barb needs some coffee, please. I don't know where he is. He might be outside. Jan. Oh my gosh, that is hilarious. Tony, are you here? What are you doing? That's hilarious. All right, now I think I've got them all done. Okay. So let me get this one out of the way. So here's my mark. I measured in 4 inches and I measured down 3 inches. Actually, I don't need those anymore. And I'm centering this on those marks. No, I'm not. I'm going to do it on the inside of that mark. Let's put these on and see if we like it, if it's far enough in, or maybe too far. Let me see. what I did with my marker. Oh, here it is. This is the tedious part, you guys, you know. All right, let's see if that works. You could easily put a little piece of leather here, and then you wouldn't have to do this. Put at least a piece of leather over the raw edge, and then you certainly wouldn't have to do the fold up like I'm doing. What do you think? Oh, I think that's fine. All right, now I'm going to draw my box. Because if I don't draw it, I won't get it right. And I'm going to go up 2 inches. Because I got to leave room for my zipper. All right, let's see how this goes. It is tedious, Marion, but it is absolutely necessary. Okay. All right, here we go, guys. So I'm gonna do a box. I know it's scary. Eighth of an inch and then over. And then back down. And then over. Okay, and then I'm going to go back to my corner, and then I'm going to come up, and I didn't draw a line. And then I come back over, same stitches. And then back down to the other corner. I was holding my breath, so I had to breathe. Let's see how we did. Actually, that does not look too bad. So the telltale sign is on the back. How it looks. Not bad. And on the front, not bad. All right, let's do the other one. I'm pretty impressed with myself. I hate these. I know, you shouldn't use the word hate, but I despise them. Boxes, I'm terrible at them. Let me get back in my, okay. Okay, I don't think this one went as well, but you know, the thread matches, so you really can't see it. Let's see. Not bad. That's what I had envisioned. So it's good. So that's how they look on the back. Not bad. All right, so that's one down. Let's do the other one real quick. Nothing's real quick with this, but okay, let's remind myself what I did. I measured over 4 inches. And then I measured down 3 inches. Four inches. Three inches. Okay. Hi, Marion. Okay, guys, let's see how we do again. So on the inside of that line and right there. Okay. I'm gonna have to get some more of this jam. This is gorgeous webbing. On the inside of the line down to my mark. Okay, I'm gonna just double check that I have them the same. Oh my, that's perfect. Okay, good, good, good. All right, and then I measured a 2-inch mark. To do my box. And I'm gonna go ahead and do the rest of my mark. So I can do my X's. So if you don't like boxes like me, if you pre-mark them, it does help. It does help if you don't like boxes, or if you struggle to make them look decent. This is a good way to help. Mark your box ahead of time. So we'll see. Okay. I think I'm going to start, honestly, it doesn't matter, but I think I'll start up here. Come back over. I like having that second row of stitching on the top. And I'll go do my box. And then I'll come back over. Oh, I gotta go one more stitch. There we go. There's probably an easy way to do this. I don't do it often enough to get good at it. Okay, that didn't turn out too bad. Barb. Okay. Let's do this again. Oh. just going to go over it a couple times to start, and then I don't have to worry about it. One more. Here we go. Okay. Very tedious, but worth it. You know, and necessary. You're right. All right. That looks pretty good. So there's my boxes on the back. They look better than the first one. Okay. Okay, I'm very happy with that. All right, let's put our zipper on. It would have been easier to probably put the zipper on first in retrospect, but that's okay. All right, so your zipper, right side's down. Oh, and I got a mark. So I'm gonna measure in where my zipper starts, 3/4 of an inch. Actually, I'm gonna measure, yeah, 3/4 of an inch. And then where my zipper ends, I'm gonna measure in 1.5 inches. If you've done the oxbow tote, you know those are the similar measurements. Similar, not completely the same. Right. So my fabric outside is right side up, and my zipper is right sides down. And then when we get over, you could use tape here. The material is gorgeous. It is. It's Wondergrounds. I don't know if it's her own. I guess it is. Her own design. I don't know, but it's gorgeous. I don't think you can get it anywhere else. Then when we get over to this mark over here, we're gonna taper off. So that 1.5 inch mark, we're gonna taper our zipper off. Okay, and I'm just gonna base that in place. Yeah, I would, if I were you, I'd put your zipper on before you put your handles on. All right, it works. Okay, so we're getting to the part where we want to taper off. All right. Now, what I do, because I have made this mistake so many times, I can't tell you. I go ahead and put one of my linings on. Is this the front? No, this is the back. So I'm going to put my lining on that has the pocket. So, actually, no, that's not what I'm going to do. I'm going to take my other front piece, and I leave my zipper connected, so I'm sure I get it on there correctly and it's not twisted. But I got to measure my marks. Then we'll put our linings on. And then we're just going to sew it up and we'll be done. It's a beautiful thing. Okay, so now you can unzip it because I got it, I know I have it on there correctly. Let's get our handle out of the way. Again, our zipper tape is right sides down, right side together with our outside piece. You could use double side tape here, but I go through spurts where I use double side tape all the time for everything, and then my needle gets all gummy and I go back the other direction. So do you. Okay, here we go. Tony is not watching. He has not brought me a cup of coffee. So very disappointing. All right, I'm starting at that 1.5 inch mark where it tapered. I think he might be outside. Okay. I love this. This is going to be such a cute bag. Now, here's the other thing. The reason I chose the Theratex for the lining is because it's soft and it won't mess with my computer, you know. That's my story. All right, let's just make sure my zipper works. Let's see. Perfect. Okay, good. Happy. You're making yourself a laptop bag? I know, it's so easy. All right, so this is the back. So I'm gonna put my piece with my slip pockets in the back, and I'm gonna put that right sides together with my outside piece. Centering up, make sure you have all your centers marked. And this I'll do at the full seam allowance, which is a little more than 1/4 inch. It depends on what foot you have on, honestly. And I like to sew from this side so I can see where my other stitching is. The other thing is you want to make sure your zipper tape is still out of your way. And that your zipper tape doesn't get all in your seam. Let me see. There we go. I gotta pull my handle out of the way. Okay, beautiful. Hi, Shelly. Welcome. Hey, Jan, link Shelly's YouTube channel. Shelly just started a YouTube channel. Now, I am going to go ahead and I'm just going to add my other lining piece first. Yeah, Shelly just started a YouTube channel, so let's link her and give her some love. I think she has an introduction video out there and a sewing video for, what was your first one, Shelly? I think it was a tote. Perfect. Thank you, Jan. All right, so that's the first side. Let's do the other side. Now, I'm going to undo my zipper. It's just going to be easier, you know, now that I've got everything on correctly. I love supporting new YouTubers, new small businesses, all that. Love it. All right, let's sew this one on. Again, I'm going to make sure my zipper end is pulled back, that where I tapered it off. You know what? I'm going to start from this end because I want to make sure I get cover my previous seam. Now, these fabrics are not thick, so I'm not too worried about these side seams being thick because my fabrics aren't very thick. Awesome, Teresa. Perfect. I love it. I tell you, a lot of people supported me when I first got started, so I am all about, I would have done it anyway, but I had a lot of support too. All right, now I'm going to top stitch these. I did leave my phone. Oh, my glitter clips are just cracking like crazy. Yeah, perfect. So I'm going to top stitch this before I put it together. Let me think about that. Oh, there's an open house across the street, guys. The house is for sale. Look at me, I'm Gladys from, what's the name of that show? I Dream of Jeannie. Looking out the window. Oh, that's hilarious. Yeah, I'm going to wait and top stitch because if I don't, I'll have trouble. All right, so let's put these together. Bewitched Gladys Kravitz. That's exactly who I am right this very minute. I'm really not a nosy neighbor, but I mean, I'm sitting here looking and the flags are up. How can I help it? Mrs. Kravitz. Oh my gosh. Those glitter clips are just, I won't ever buy those again. They just crack like crazy. That's too bad. I'll just get the cheapos. Too bad. I like them. Mrs. Kravitz, guys. All right, I'm just clipping my linings, my outsides together and my linings together. And when I get to, I'm marking my centers. I know you can't help but look. I mean, I'm right here. And I got to have the window open during the day because it gives a lot of light. Not today particularly because it's cloudy, but I am going to leave a turning hole in the bottom here. And you know me, what kind of turning hole am I going to leave? A big one. Yep. I will make the inside seam a little bigger than the outside seam. And then when I get up here to this seam, I'm going to fold one way and one the other. That'll help decrease the bulk. Not a big deal. But like I said, neither of these fabrics are particularly, yeah, Gypsy. You know, I don't understand it. Obviously, it's the way it's made. Now, I'm going to clip my zipper tails inside. You know, glitter clips are great, but they cost more. And it's just not worth it. I mean, it's kind of fun. It's just not worth it. I'd rather spend it on other stuff. Look at Teresa. You're something else. Shout out to my fabulous admin, Teresa, and everybody. Jan, BJ, Brenna. Everybody's working hard today. All right, again, if you're going to nestle your seams, just do it the same way. So here, this top seam was going to the right. So I'm just clipping it the same way. All right, now let's mark our hole that we're going to leave. I have some cold coffee over here. I'm going to have a sip. Because Tony is outside or not watching. It's the Pancake Pantry. Anybody ever been there? If you've been there, where is it? Oh, it says it right here. We're planning a trip we go every year. Let me get this out of the way. I am not boxing the corners. It doesn't need it because I made it big enough. I'll go get my laptop here in a minute. All right, I'm going to do my 90-degree turn here on my corner. I'm doing, let's one more stitch. So I'm doing, let's get this out of the way. 3/8 inch. So on the lining, I'm going to do a little bigger. There's one in Michigan and Nashville. There's a Pancake Pantry in Michigan and Nashville. I had no idea. Really? So on my lining, I'm doing a 1/2 inch. And on my outside, I'm going to do 3/8. I had no idea there was. How about that? I thought I'd been to the one and only. Okay. See how easy that was? That was not hard. Snapping in half. That's exactly what they're doing. I don't like it. These are Wallach, I think. Just these regular ones, and they're fine. I do find that the red ones open really wide. They're the only ones. Isn't that weird? No, Shelly, we go to the Pancake Pantry in Gatlinburg, Tennessee. It's a yearly thing that we do. We go to Gatlinburg every year in the fall to see the fall colors. It's a beautiful thing. Let me get that up. There we go. In October, typically in October. few days. Tony's was born there, and his grandparents are buried, and a lot of his family is buried there in Knoxville. It's actually not Knoxville, it's a small town, but we go and look at and visit the graves and clean them up and, you know, all that good stuff. I'm thinking of something. Hold on a second. Get my handle out of the way and my zipper. On my lining, so you want to make your lining just a little bigger. Hold this so I can get everything lined up. There we go. Somebody asked about boxing the corner. You could definitely do that if you wanted a little extra space. Absolutely. I thought about doing it today, but then I said, oh, I don't really need it. I don't put anything other than my cord in here. And so it's plenty big. I am going to trim my seams here. Just by about half. Get rid of some of that bulk. I know, wall whack is something else, isn't it? They're so fast. I mean, I could order something one day and I'll have it the next. It's kind of like Amazon. I always look, when I order stuff on Amazon, I always look somewhere else, like Walmart, because sometimes Walmart beats their prices. You know? I'm always looking for a deal. Okay. I'm gonna just, oh, I missed a stitch on my corner. Let's fix that. We can't have that. I wasn't paying attention. There we go. Let me see my other corner. No, it's fine. Okay. All right, let's turn it. And then I'll probably later, I'll go and top stitch it on Thor. I don't know if I'll be able to do it on here. I'll see. I might be able to. I don't have Thor threaded, otherwise I'd do it, but I love Nashville too. Oh, careful, don't rip your stitches. Take your time. We got thread all over me. Do you guys get thread all over your house? There's thread out in the hallway. There's thread in the family room. It's everywhere. I might be able to top stitch it. Let's see. Oh my gosh, this is bosal foam that I use, by the way, and I have really started preferring it over any other foam. It's thick and dense. It gets stuck on your socks, can I? Oh gosh. But this bosal foam, it's not particularly thick this way, but it's dense. It's very dense, and I really like it. You had thread in your bed with me. I know. I've had that too, BJ. I look at that and I'm go, where did that come from? Oh my gosh. This looks so good. All right, I'm gonna finish my seam, my turning hole. It really is the best. I don't know. I honestly have not priced the difference. I think it might be a little more than Bianni or Pellin. I don't know for sure, actually. Sometimes when there is a product that I just prefer, I try not to look at the difference in price. Because then you're like, oh, maybe I shouldn't. Oh, but I want to. Okay, let's finish this. I know I'm weird. I'm kind of weird, aren't I? All right, let's top stitch this closed. Oh, don't run out of bobbin. Just don't do it. It sounds like I am. Let me see. No. I started with the full bobbin. You would think that would be plenty for this. Let me pull this corner out. There we go. Okay. It got kind of weird here. I have no idea. But I'm not going to worry about it. If I was selling this, I would fix it. But it's going to be in the bottom, and it's for me. Never see it. All right. Will I be going to Orlando? That is so magical. Yeah, that's my plan. It's quite a ways away. My plan is to go on Friday. And the reason I go on Friday, hi Sandra. Sandra from the Sewing Room of Gardner. You guys link her YouTube channel too, and her website. The traffic, if you go on Saturday from Tampa to Orlando, normally it takes, like on a Friday morning, it would take us like an hour and 10 minutes. On a Saturday, it would probably take 3 hours. It's just the difference is ridiculous. So if I want Tony to take me, I have to go on Saturday, on Friday. But that's my plan, is to go and be there on Saturday. Okay, I'm putting my zipper pull on, so wish me luck here. Teresa, I tried your method that we talked about yesterday. I tried it like 3 times and I struggled. So I just need to keep trying it. That's part of the issue. Oh my gosh, look at that, you guys. All right, let me think about this, whether I can top stitch on my old fabricator. I think I can. Let me put my zipper end on first, so that I don't lose my, I was charging my little chargeable screwdriver. I had to go get it. Sorry. Okay, these are my new matte black. I also have them in rainbow zipper ends. Oh my gosh. I love them. They're not huge, but they fit number 5 zippers beautifully. See? Oh, I gotta get my cart back, because I stick it in, push it in with my stiletto. Oh, well, that didn't go so well. Oh dear. Let me cut that off. All right, let's try it again. There we go. But you just want to make sure that your little raw ends are all the way in. Perfect. Okay, I have my little bowl for my screw, because if I didn't, I would lose it and I'd have to go find another one. Ugh. This takes me longer than almost anything else. So I've gotten in the habit of holding it on with my finger. There we go. Okay, let me tighten it up with my other little tiny screwdriver. Oh, that isn't gonna work. Okay. I gotta put all my tools back. If I don't, I lose them. They end up everywhere. All right, guys. Let's see about top stitching this guy. I think I could. Let's just do it. This is the back. I think I'll start in the back. And I always top stitch something like this from the outside. Ooh, you know what? Let's check our bobbin first. Oh yeah, we got plenty of bobbin. Okay. It did sound like a dentist tool, Marion. It's a handy little tool, I have to say. All right, let's start. Let's start over here. Here we go. I'm going to increase my stitch length just a bit. I should have threaded Thor. Hi, Cynthia. Check your bobbin, thank you. Yeah. Always check your bobbin before you top stitch, or you may regret it. And what's taking me so long is I'm making sure my lining is nice and flat and not bunched up. Last thing is you want a bunched up lining, and then your zipper gets caught in there and it's not good. Yeah, the fabricator's not, these materials are pretty lightweight, so it's not struggling with any of this, any of the side seam or anything, which is nice. My good old fabricator is doing the job. I did backstitch on my oxbow that I made yesterday. I pulled my threads to the back, which was nice, to the lining. Okay. Hi, Nicole. All right, let's see how we did. If you have a cylinder arm, I definitely top stitch it. I've kind of gotten spoiled with Thor, I will say. Let's see how it looks. Let me get everything nice in there, nice and good. Oh my gosh. All right, let me go grab my laptop. I'm gonna put you back over here. Sorry, I know you're getting a headache. All right, let me go get my laptop real quick. Oh, I've been sitting a minute. Oh dear, okay. You guys, I went out there to get my laptop and my husband had made me lunch. What a man. All right, here's my laptop. This is a Microsoft Surface. I don't even know what number it is, honestly. Let's see if it fits. Oh my gosh, you guys, it's perfect. Oh my gosh. There it is. And the handles are perfect. I don't know if I could actually, let me see. Oh yeah, I made the 30-inch is perfect. And all the measurements I gave you in the video, it works perfect to put it over your shoulder too. Look at that. There's a little hair there. Oh, fuzzy. There you go. My new laptop pack. Oh my gosh. Yeah, you see, if you look inside, there's the slip pockets there, and there's plenty of room for cords, like the power cord for this and any other cords you want. And then I always leave it my zipper tail long so that I can open it all the way. Oh my gosh, isn't it cute? I can't believe I made that. Okay, let's go over, I'm gonna write these down. Let's go over the measurements. Let me find a piece of paper. Of course, I never have a piece of paper when I need it. Here's a piece of paper. This will work. All right, so measure your laptop. I'll put this all in the description. And do 3 inches more than width. 2.5 inches more than depth, or taller. 2.5 inches this way, 3 inches this way. The handles I made 30 inches, and then I measured from each end 8 inches and did the fold over. The pocket is the same as the width. So the width, whatever you choose, times 8 inches tall. For the outside, it used 1/2 inch seam allowance. 3/8. For the outside, I used 3/8 inch seam allowance, and for the inside, I used a 1/2 inch. And then my zipper was 20. I didn't tell you that. My zipper was 20. For mine, was 20.5 inches. So let me just tell you what the zipper is. Wider than my laptop or my pieces. I'd make your zipper about 5 inches longer than your outside pieces. That gives you plenty of tail if you want to cut some off, or you want to add a fabric zipper end, whatever you choose. But I would make it about 5 inches longer so you have plenty of little space to work with. That would be a good sew along. You know what? I need to make a new, maybe I should make, maybe in July we do a sew along and make a iPad case. I need a new matching iPad case. I need one. Like I do. What other measurements did I forget? Anything? I don't think so. I'll go back and look at the video and make sure I got everything in there. Thanks for joining me this morning on a Sunday morning, cloudy day and here in Tampa. It's hot already down here. It's in the low to mid 90s every day. The heat has hit. Tony and I have actually talked about going up north during the hot summer for a few months, and I'm like, well, how would I do that? How could I take my machine, my sewing machines? I said, I can't do it. Oh, Teresa, you are wonderful. I appreciate you. Jan, where did I get the straps? So this, it doesn't say where I got it. I'll go back and look. It's called Jam. I want to say I got it at Wonderground. I am not sure. It says 4 yards and a bit extra. You know where this might be from? I think this is from, what's that other place? Not Fabric Fun House. What's the other place that sells zipper tape? Zipper Valley. I think this is from Zipper Valley. I will go look, and I will link it in the description. But it's called Jam. It's a perfect color for this. Did you see? It's just the perfect color. This is from Wonderground, and my lining is Theratex from Fabric Therapy. Thanks for joining, guys. I hope you have a wonderful Sunday, and I hope you can go enjoy your family, and I appreciate each one of you. So Talk to you soon.